Hello and welcome everybody to Protect Academy's webinar or a LinkedIn Live event, whatever you'd like to call it. I know it's been a while and we are very excited to have you all today. So again, let's wait for about 30 seconds and then we'll commence the session. Mr. Ajit Pal Singh is going to be joining us today. So it's been a while for him as well on the LinkedIn Live. So we're very excited for that. So let's just again wait for a few seconds. Then we can proceed with the session. Till then, grab yourself some snacks, put in your earphones if you're driving right now. Be safe, and yeah, we'll just begin in a moment. Hi, Ajit sir. So we're
Hi.
live. Whenever you're ready, please take the
Yeah,
stage.
I'm ready. I'm ready. You're able to hear me loud and clear?
Yes, sir. We can see you and we can hear you.
Okay, I'm just about to start it. Let me share my screen.
Would you be presenting the slides?
Yes, I am.
Yeah, great, great. So I'm just putting them on the stage. Yeah. You can go into the
Okay,
presentation mode now, sir. Yeah.
so, yep, I'm going for it. Okay, so hi everyone. I welcome you all on behalf of Protect Academy for this session. My name is Ajit Pal Singh, and I, along with Ghazal, will be hosting this webinar for you. In this particular session, we will talk about the career into cloud security and how CCSP can help you in making your career into cloud security. So, the first half would be more about your career into cloud, and second half would be more about your I will talk more about CCSP, the structure of CCSP, and how CCSP can help you in navigating your career into cloud security, which is one of the good stream of cybersecurity, because cybersecurity has different branches: cloud security, VAP, vulnerability assessment, penetration testing, forensics. Okay, then you have network security, application security, and cloud security is one of such branch, and which will going to stay for a long, because cloud, as now it has passed its infancy stage, like initial stage, and cloud will be staying forever, I would say. It may change its form, like these days companies are moving towards a hybrid infrastructure. Hybrid also means your on-prem plus cloud. So I will start with a brief introduction about mine. I will not speak much about it. For getting detailed information about me, I'm available on the LinkedIn by the same name. You can go and have a check at my profile. So I have 20 years of experience in IS audit, security operations centers. I have led security operations center and had also 122 people used to report it to me. Okay, I have good amount of experience in testing, risk management, regulations, and privacy. Same amount of years in professional training. I have been following and teaching people since 2004, I would say. I've conducted 250. Now this number has increased to around 400 plus because 250 is an old number. Okay, I'm mainly into uh, defensive management security, that is CISA, CISM, CCSP, C-Risk, SSCP Security Plus, and I'm an authorized trainer for CISSP and CCSP, and ISACA authorized trainer for CISA, CISM, and C-Risk. Okay, so as far as my certifications are concerned, I am certified in all the batches that I'm taking. Along with that, I'm certified in ISO certifications like 27001, 22301, which is related to BCP. Then I'm also holding a lot of certifications in privacy, that is 27701, CIPP, DCPP, and definitely the certifications related to cloud, CCSP, AWS Cloud Profession, Azure Secure Azure fundamentals, then AWS Solution Architect Associate. Okay, so and along with CCSP and CCAK, which are more related to our CCAK is audit and CCSP is ISC2, which is Defensive Management Cloud certifications. So this is brief about me. Okay, so let me start with what what are you here for? Okay, so why cloud security is important these days? Because organizations these days are considering cloud for their business, and studies show that 86% of the businesses use cloud-based services in different forms in today's world. Global cloud computing market will increase by whopping 535% over the last 10 years. Our career in cloud security is really, really very exciting. Definitely, this is although yes, this is more technology centric, but definitely people uh, who are into like sales, who are into pre-sales or program management, this can be a good career for them. But yes, they can seek role as per the expertise, because there are both technical and non-technical role available into the cloud. But yes, even you are from the non-security background, if you want to seek your career into cloud, like for example project management professionals, you have a sales professional, look, you have to develop your grip and understanding about the technology, because yes, they are non-technical role, but cloud in itself is very technology centric. So you will not be, I'm not saying that you non-technical people can't make their career, they can make, but yes, they should be able to make their way forward and work little hard. Nothing is impossible in today's world. So we will look at the kind of roles the cloud security is cloud computing is having. So it has both technical and non-technical, but even in a non-technical, you have to have work hard. You be ready to work hard on technological concepts. Without technology, no, you can't work well in cloud. So career in cloud security sits between cloud architect and security professional. Okay, so this cloud security professional, especially the cloud security, you have to have knowledge about security and you have to have knowledge about cloud. But I won't look, when I started it, I was from a security background. I developed my understanding of the cloud over the period of a year. So nothing is impossible in today's world. So even if you are from a security background, want to start, you can go for CCSP, because when we talk about CC, we will later on look at the CCSP domains. It's not only about cloud, it overall cloud means data security, operation security, legal and regulation. So there are many other topics which are covered in the cloud. So definitely a person needs to have a knowledge about security. At the same time, he should be having a knowledge about cloud at least. So how I started, when I started, I was from the security. I did for cloud. Yes, I did have a an edge in the sense because I used to support Zscaler and other cloud-based products. So which I have an operations knowledge of or experience of working in a cloud in that manner. But yes, I did AWS solution. I studied and learned AWS Solution Architect, Azure Fundamentals, and Azure Admin. And along with that, I had CCSP, which gave me a firm knowledge about the cloud security career. So why career in cloud security? As I already mentioned, it's a booming industry. Security in itself is really, really very booming, and cloud security is one of the, I would say, pillar. Okay, and in today's world, in whichever industry you are in, cloud companies are using cloud. in one form or another. Like when we think about cloud, we only think about AWS, Azure, and all. But no, even the SaaS, like I am using Microsoft, we are using Microsoft Office 365. That is also a cloud. I'm using Canva. That is also a cloud. So in one form or another, we are all using cloud these days. Lucrative salaries, I tell you about, yes, salaries are pretty very good. I tell you about my experience in 2012 when I joined BT. Okay, although I have around 7 to 8 years of experience when I joined BT, my organization, my current organization, but at that time there were people who have 2 to 3 years of experience who have also joined with me in a SOC, and everyone 12 years passed. Every one of them, most of them, I would say if I say every one of them, I would not be overstating it, because all of them are in a package of around 50 plus 45 to 70 lakh rupees. They are in that package, especially in Indian industry I'm talking about. But yes, they were the early beginner, because now there are competition, but again, still there is a great good need. There's a great demand for good security professional in today's world. So I'm saying yes, salaries are lucrative, and now a lot of people they say it just for the sake of saying. And I'm in the industry since long, so I have also experienced it, and I'm also so yep. If you do well, if you have knowledge in security, then definitely, and if you have a skills, people are ready to pay you. I know some of my friends who are individual contributor with 16 to 17 years of experience, and they are at 70 to 80 lakh rupees per annum. Although they are kind, that is pretty high amount of salary, but yes, you can say that they have earned, they have learned it over the period of time, and industry is paying them very well. So in cloud security, yes, you have a lot of diverse roles available. As I already mentioned it, some people think that it is mainly a technical role, but there are many other roles which are available in the field of cyber security, in the field of cloud security, and we will have a look at it in coming slides. And it is a very dynamic field. In 2019, when I first laid out my hands in a cloud, although yes, I cleared my CCSP long way back in 2018. When I talk about actual products and all, I started in 2018 itself along with that. So AWS was in altogether a different form. A lot of services were not available, but these days I would say 6 years down the line, I've been continuously studying and following those cloud products, and I'm seeing a lot of changes have come in the way we are using more AI and machine learning these days. DevOps, DevSecOps, that was all come in. It's not a new thing which is being considered these days. During my time, 2017, 18, these, although they were not new, containers were like coming in, and nowadays, yes, everything is being used in an industry at a very large scale. So it's a quite a dynamic field. Things are changing quite rapidly in our cloud. So who all should go for cloud security? As I already mentioned, that it is not, there is a misconception that there's a misconception that only technical people should only go for the cloud. Yes, technical people will definitely have an edge. Like you have a network security professional, you software development, DevOps, DevOps professional, because cloud is what is all about applications. Correct. So cloud is all about application hosted and application infrastructure hosted in a cloud. So definitely you need secure software development people who can develop and maintain those applications. Senior management, audit and compliance, privacy professionals, project management professionals. You see, project management professional audit, they are not very technical role, but yes, they can also make their career. I know one of my friend, two people I know who were purely into project management, the normal project management, but over the period of time, they upgraded themselves. They did CompTIA Security Plus, and then they did CompTIA Cloud Plus, and then later on CCSP, and now they are project management in a cloud. Because project management, what is their role? Their role is to manage the projects, and when there is a project related to the cloud, they needs to have a thorough understanding about the technology and how those things work. So this is This is how this CCSP or any other cloud related certification can help project management in doing a better job. Similarly, I remember the earlier days, if I talk about, they were mainly jobs related to ISO 27001 SOC. In last 6 months, although yes, I'm moving out of a job and I'm moving into purely training roles and audit roles, I got two calls, and that was related to audit only. They in a one call they want people related to ISO 27001 and Azure security. In a second role, that was also for Big Four. They want a guy who should have a thorough understanding of AWS security and SOC 2, which is another audit standard. So you see how even the non-technical roles, there is a requirement of cloud taking it over. So with these, be it you are a project manager, be it if you're into audit, and for network security professionals, especially the people who wants to make their career into technical, in the they want to become an architect and all, okay, and they want to move their career into security. Cloud security is one of the best field I would say they can move into. So, as I told you, there are two types of roles, the technical roles and non-technical roles. Even the non-technical roles, as I told you, you are from the non-technical background, you can excel in a cloud, but yes, you should be ready to take one step extra to understand the technology. I'm not saying go for go for hardcore configuration part and all, especially when I talk about the project manager, the pre-sales people. They should be knowing that what they are selling, because in today's world, even if you're from the non-technical background, that's fine. Okay, that's not a taboo, but again, you should be able to learn those things. Okay, because without technologies in today's world, I'm not saying going into hands-on, because if after 20 years of my career, if someone asks me to do a configuration and do the programming, no, I'm not ready to go for it. But yes, if someone wants me to learn the technology, that how that works and how it is being implemented from an architect perspective, I don't have any apprehensions in that. So yes, there are two types of role, technical, non-technical. So you can see I have already put a list about it. Cloud architect. Again, look, this roles and responsibilities varies from organization to organization, because you know that in the private organizations, roles and responsibilities are not fixed. But you see the cloud architect, he is the one who is responsible for designing and architecting the cloud, the engineer for maintaining the cloud services, administrator for maintenance for cloud deployments, and then you can have security engineer, you have DevOps engineer, okay, streamlining collaboration between DevOps and operations teams. You have a software engineer, you have cloud security engineer who is responsible for protecting cloud from cyber attack and data breaches. These are some of the examples of the technical roles in a cloud. It's not like that only these six roles exist. There are many other roles exist. It is just a symbolic representation of the technical roles in a cloud. Similarly, you have a non-technical roles, like you have a cloud project managers. Okay, you have a cloud sales representative or pre-sales representatives. Yes, because even if you are, because this is a non-tech role, but even if you are working on selling the services, you should have a good knowledge about those products, not at the configuration level, but at the technology level, so that you can differentiate it from the customers. Similarly, yes, cloud trainers are required. AWS every now and then they hire trainers to train people on their products. Like I'm also a cloud trainer only, because I do teach CCSP. I've been teaching since 2017, I would say. That was the first time when I took my batch. Okay, then you have a cloud business analyst, how cloud computing can improve efficiencies. Then you have a cloud service management roles. Okay, so these are the different roles available. As I told you, this is not only restricted to cloud technical roles, but yes, even if you're from the non-technical role, you be ready to take one step forward to learn the technology, not at the configuration level, but at the high level. Okay, how much high level? That all depends upon your role and how far you want to go. So these are some of the, I would say, the career progressions for the cloud. Okay, you have cloud support, entry level 1 to 3 years. You have an administrator, cloud security analyst, trainees. Mid-level, you have a cloud engineer, DevOps engineer, cloud architect, consultant, and at the senior level, 8 plus years, I would say cloud security architect, DevOps leads, cloud practice manager, solution architect, etc. Again, this is just an indicative one, okay, because sometimes when I see at the entry level also they want, because most of the times I have seen that companies who are preparing a JD are not very much aware of the JD. They pick up things from here and then put it across. The only way by which you will come to know about the JD in a better manner when you interact with them. So this is just a symbolic representation of the roles. The roles, names, experience may vary on the industry and on the company level, because I have seen sometimes, because CSSP and CSSP especially, the minimum requirement is 5 years, experience is 5 years. And sometimes I have seen in entry level, the companies have asked CSSP certifications at entry level with 0 to 2 years of experience. So again, it depends upon the company, JDs and all. That's why I never ever believe in JDs provided to me by the people. Okay, I always comes to, I said yes, okay, let me have a talk with the actual person, and when he explained me, then I understand what exactly the JD is. Never believe the JDs. That is what my experience is. Okay, so certification and standards for career into cloud security. If you talk about me, okay, so you should be doing two types of certifications: the technical and managerial or vendor neutral certifications. So first one is, when I talk about the vendor neutral certifications, you have CCSP, which is like a big boss in cyber in cloud security. If you have already done CSSP, then it's like the icing on a cake. But means it's better to have CSSP. If you ask me, that what are the two certification one should go for, okay, if I have to choose it from all these five which I've mentioned here, I would say go for CISSP and CCSP. But again, CISSP is not mandatory in nature for you, especially there are people who only wants to move into cloud. I know one of my friend, a lot of people who have done all who are specifically working into the cloud. So they have done CCSP, they have done CCSK, CCAK, all cloud related certifications. But yes, CSSP is icing on a cake. So there are many available, like CCSK is more of a, sorry for this typo, the CCSK is more like an not an entry level certification, I would say. This is a separate certification by CSA, Cloud Security Alliance, which is like a low hanging fruit. Someone before they want to go for CCSP, they can test the waters by going for CCSK. CCSK is a very low hanging fruit, in the sense just 30,000 paper exam. Okay, 30, the cost is in Indian currency is 30,000, and it's like an open book exam, two attempts, very low hanging fruit. Okay, especially cost, low hanging fruit. If someone just want to test their waters in cloud before they want to go for CCSP, but again, this is not a prerequisite to go for CCSP. So CCAK, which is very specific to cloud auditing. So if just like me, I was into or I'm still into auditing, so for me the CCAK is good. So, but if you have to choose 2 out of 5, my suggestion CISSP and CCSP. And if you just have to choose one, then I would say go for CCSP. That's a big daddy of management certifications in a cloud. Rest, everything comes after it, because CCAK is a very specific one, okay, which is more related to audit. So pick up CCSP and CSSP if that's a very deadly combination. But if you have to choose one, then go for CCSP. CCSK and CommShare Cloud Plus, they are kind of an entry level certification. Okay, these certifications which I have mentioned here, they don't talk about any configurations and all. They are vendor neutral certifications. They simply talk about cloud security as a whole. And CommShare Cloud Plus is even not about the cloud security, it's simply about the cloud. Okay, so this is about the manager vendor neutral certifications. If you talk about the technical certifications, although there are three main cloud providers available, Oracle is also taking traction in today's world. So my suggestion is, okay, pick up at least, okay, if you are interested, suppose you're from networks, okay, suppose you're from networks, then pick up one basic certification like Azure admin, Azure fundamental, and then Azure and AWS, there are two certifications available like Azure Network and Azure Security. Similarly, AWS Networks and AWS Security. These five can really enhance your job prospects. Okay. Okay, because if you're from a network, then definitely go for Azure Network and Azure Security and AWS Network and AWS Security. So one should go for admin or associate certificate of at least two cloud service provider. My suggestion is AWS and Azure, but Google Cloud and Oracle are also giving tough competition. So go for Azure fundamental first and one admin level certification like AWS Solution Architect Associate or Azure Admin. And then depending on the field, you can just like if someone is from a network security, then I would say pick up AWS Security and Network and Azure Security and Azure Networks. But there are also vendor related certifications available that which you can pick it up. Like if someone is into software, so DevOps is available, AWS DevOps is available, Azure AI, big data, lot many certifications are available. So if you really want to excel in a cloud, the mixture of management and technical certifications can do a wonders for you. Lot many people are not aware what to do. I'm clearly demonstrating what exactly you can do or what kind of path you can follow. In today's world, no one will tell you about exactly the path. But again, sometimes people get, look, there is always a saying, if wishes were the horses, the beggars were the first one to ride that. So don't be beggars. Okay. Okay. Try to put, and sometimes people get overwhelmed by looking at the sheer number of certifications that one needs to. Okay. I'm not saying certificate, don't go for certifications of all, but at least go for knowledge of these certifications because on Udemy, every now and then Udemy go for a sale and these certifications are, and these days we are living in a world when getting knowledge is so cheap. It's just like it's everywhere available at free of cost. Lot of times go to YouTube, go to Udemy, 500, 600 rupees every now and then the Udemy goes for a sale. It's just like you should have a zeal and you should be having a determination to do it, mate. So I'm not saying that all these things has to be done in a day. Whatever certifications I've mentioned, you just have to start a path because first step is always most difficult step. Once you take the first step, if you're able to sustain that, yes, no one can stop you. So it's a 2 years journey that I'm talking to you, and careers are not made in a day. In 2009, when I was into network security, I had worked for network security for 4 years. Saw a dream that I want to move into compliance and security. So I took my first step in 2009 and did my first certifications in 2010. Whatever certifications you are seeing, it's a 14 years hard work that I put into. So it's not a 1 day journey. It's just like you should have a clear path, what you want to achieve, and how to go for it. So these are the domain specific certifications. So now I told you about the first part that is related to your career. Second part, how, because I am out of these, how I can help you. I can help you in CCSP, which is a defensive management certification course, okay, which I take and I'm an IC2 authorized trainer for it. And if I talk about, I have taken around 50 plus batches over last 4 5 years, more than 50 plus. Took my first batch in 2017. I took a mix of batches. So whatever batch I take, I teach CSSP, CCSP, CISA, CISM, CRIS, CompTIA Security Plus, and SSCP. So I have taken around 400 plus batches. Out of that, 50 plus batches I've taken in CCSP. I've taken it for corporate. Recently, I have just taken it for Shell, completed 5 days boot camp. I'm having an expertise in 5 days boot camps or over and open batches also like that I conducted every weekend. At the same time, I have taught people from all over the globe. I'm having an expertise in global at the global level, not only at our India level. So this CCSP certification is a product of ISC2 and CSA. Similarly, ISC2, ISACA and CSA has come up with another product which is CCAK, which is more related to audit, and this is the product which is related to, which is, and I would say, see, nothing. If you talk about management security, nothing beats CCSP because it has ISC2 associated with it. ISC2 has maintained the integrity of exam, and I would say integrity and the way they are changing their syllabus or upgrading the syllabus as per the new technologies, it's commendable. Nothing, no one has come near to that. So CCSP is specially designed to enhance the cyber security, cloud security practices and principle. It's vendor neutral and is recognized across wide platforms. This certifications opens new doors to new opportunities in the IT industry. As I told you, CCSP plus the technical certs that have already mentioned it for you, especially the network security people and the networks people. People from project management, they can go for PMP plus CCSP. That will be more than sufficient. People from security operations, means not security operation, the software development, CCSP, can CCSP along with AWS Solution Architect Associate or SesOps or DevOps certification can be a good combination. So my suggestion, whichever, okay, if you are a project manager, then go for CCSP plus the basic of cloud like AWS, Azure Admin or AWS Solution, AWS Cloud Practitioner or AWS Solution Architect that can help you in getting a good traction in your career. It complements existing plat programs such as CCSK and CSSP. It's aggregated to NC. Okay, it is follows 17024 IEC standard and adheres to the common body of knowledge by ISC2. As of now, CBK4 is going on, but very soon because CBK4 is based on CSA 4.0 because it is developed in concern. It is being developed combinedly by uh, by CSA. So earlier it was based on CSA 4.0. The current version is based on CSA 4.0. So I would say by January or February, definitely they will announce the change in the syllabus. But again, you don't need to worry much about the change in the syllabus because they don't change a lot. But yes, the new one will be based on CSA 5.0. Not major changes, not a major overhaul, but there will be changes in the new one. So, eligibility, the 3 years of work experience in information security, 1 year of experience in one or more of the six domains of CCSP. What are the six domains? The six domains are, I will cover that with you. The cloud architecture, the second one is about cloud data security, the third one is platform security. The third one is cloud platform security. Fourth one is application security. Fifth one is cloud operations. And sixth one is about legal and regulations. So, in case of no experience, the candidate can become pass the examination to become an associate of ISC2 and required experience within a period of 6 years. So registration is very easy. I told you these days uh, they are going with the peace of mind offer. Okay, peace of mind offer. You just pay $150 extra, and you will be getting two. Okay, you will be getting one attempts extra. So go with that. I would suggest that even if you are taking or getting it sponsored from the company, go for, if your company is not ready to offer you or sponsor the peace of mind, pay 150 or 200 $199 and go for peace of mind because that's worth, I would say. Registration is pretty easy. Okay, so these are the domains of it. Okay, so right as of now, these are the domains: cloud concept, architecture, and design. This talks about uh, different services model of a cloud: IaaS, PaaS, SaaS in detail. It talks about cloud development, deployment models like public cloud, and lot many other things. Then second thing, cloud, how to provide security to the data in cloud. The third one is about cloud platform and infrastructure security. So how to provide security to the cloud platforms, how you can ensure security for the cloud applications which are being hosted in a cloud. That is your domain 4. Cloud security operations is domain 5, and legal risk and compliance, which is domain 6. Okay, once you pass the examination, every year you have to pay a maintenance fees. This maintenance fees is $145 now. But one good thing is, like if you're holding multiple certifications, then you don't have to pay lot of you don't have to pay uh, $150. It's $150 will cover all your certification, just like I'm holding now CSSP and CCSP. So this will cover both the certificates. Even I'm planning to go for CSSLP. So then also I don't have to pay more than 150 $145. That will cover all the certs. So you can see it is, as I told you, CCSP talks about security of a cloud in a more holistic manner, not only in terms of a technical controls. So in this, you will look at how to secure data, how to secure platforms, how to secure your applications, and it also talks about legal risk and compliance, the risk assessment process, and all that. So this is about your CCSP. How you can the steps for certifications, meet CISSP eligibility. Okay, to qualify for this cybersecurity, you have minimum of 5 year experience in information technology, of which 3 years means you can be an IT guy. Out of that, 3 years should be in information security, and 1 year in one or more of the six domains of CCSP, CBK. And when I say six domains, it includes one of the six domains. So it includes operations also, it includes legals also. In legal also, you have risk assessment. So look, if you have an experience, okay, then it can be tailored. I won't say much about it. So earning CSS CCSK certificate can be substituted. If you have done CCSK, then it can be substituted with 1 year or one or more of the six domains of CCSP CBK. Then you can register for the examination. As I already mentioned, okay, again, if first you have to create in Pearson view, but if you are going for a single attempt one, then you have to register at a Pearson view. But if you are going for an attempt for peace of mind, then first you have to make a payment to ISC2, and from then you will get a code, and then with that code you have to book your exam at Pearson view. Then pass the exam. Okay, this is not an online exam. You have to take your exam in Delhi. If I talk about, there's only one center in CP. Okay, one in Gurgaon, one in Noida. So they don't have many centers because here your exam will only be conducted at Pearson View centers. Pearson View, their own centers. It's not like that the franchisee they will allow. No, they are pretty very strict. But I would say that is the why they are able to maintain the integrity of their certifications. Pass the examination. Okay, so you have to score minimum 70%, okay, in all the six domains. So if you have scored 100% in one domain and score 60% in another domain, no, you will not pass the exam. You will fail. And then once you pass the exam, you have to get yourself endorsed. Like you can come to me also, or any CCSP guy who can get you endorsed. Okay, so you just have to fill a form, okay, where you have to specify your money, and where you have to specify your experience. And a CCSP pass person can endorse it. Recently I've endorsed it for one of my friends, so CCSP person can endorse you. If you're already CISSP, then ISC2 will endorse it for you. So when I cleared my CCSP, okay, so it was ISC2. I was already CSSP, so ISC2 has endorsed for me. Again, okay, sometimes what happens, I tell you, people get complacent after seeing a 600-page book. Oh, there are six domains. A lot my times people do this exam, take this exam, write this exam after passing their CISSP. So they think that, okay, CSSP, in that they have read around 1200-page book, and they're just a book. You will find it just a half of it. Sometimes people get complacent, don't get. Even myself, okay, I also got a lesson of my lifetime in CCSP only, so I passed it in second attempt. Okay, so I don't have an apprehensions. Failures are part of a life. I've seen a lot of people. Okay, but yes, there was a reason behind it. I tell you, I faced this issue. That's why I'm sharing it with you. So I passed CSSP, and then I passed Series, and then I passed Conscious Security Plus. I was riding very high, and these three certifications I have cleared it in 4 months. I was riding very high. I just missed my marks by 4 marks. So at that time, it was not a exam where you have to score a minimum. So my overall total was 696 out of 700 and failed by 4 marks. So second attempt I passed it. So that's why I said don't take this exam very casually. It's a very important exam, and it means all ISC to exam, be it pick up any. I can't comment about certificate in cybersecurity. That's a very basic one. But pick up any, the IC2 is no doubt one of the leaders in it. Okay, why? Because they're able to maintain this syllabus. It's not only about the content, it's also about the integrity of our certifications. If you say you are CSSP, people will not, if you say you are CSSP or CCSP, people will not doubt you that you have used some another means to pass the examination. So people will know that, okay, you must have passed this exam in a genuine way. Unlike there are many other exams, I won't say it here. Okay, this is a public forum. So once you pass it, endorsement form must be completed and signed by an ISC2 certified professional. If you're already CSSP, then no, then ISC2 will endorse for it you. So in my case, and again, yes, here you have to endorse it within 9 months from the date of examination. I remember I helped my friend getting endorsed on just one day before the completion of 9 months. He forgot it. Okay. So percentage of candidates who pass CCSP submit endorsement will be randomly subjected for audit. So delivery method, I would say no computerized adaptive testing. It's a linear test, which means that remember, mark for review not available. Okay. So once the question is in front of you, you have to answer it. Mark for review not available. I feel it good. This method, I always look for positive in something, because what happens if mark for review is not available, the question is in front of me, give your 100% and answer it and forget about it. Now you don't have to bother about that question again. Okay. So question format, MCQs, scenario based, drag and drops. It's no negative scoring. That's a good thing. Exam duration. Nowadays it's 125 questions, 3 hours, and 25 questions will be for research purposes. Passing grade 700 out of 1000. Exam results will automatically be immediately be provided on finishing the exam. And I think fees is $599 plus. I have put GST here. Okay, this is GST, but if you go for your peace of mind, I think GST is not applicable over there. Exam retake, candidate can take the exam a maximum of 3 times in a 12-month period. Okay, candidate must wait for 30 days to retake the examination after the first attempt. So candidate must wait additional 90 days to retake the examination, and 180 days. I pray that none of you have to go with this, because failing the examination, although always say failures are part of life, they are inevitable, but it's not that easy to cope up with the failures. So I pray whoever takes the exam, pass it in first attempt. That is what I pray for everyone. Okay, so endorsement process, subscribe to ISC2 Code of Ethics, get an endorsement form signed by an ISC2 certified professional, and get it endorsed within 9 months. Okay, that is what endorsed by ISC. If you don't have a person available, then you can also request ISC2, and don't worry about ISC2. ISC2 is also not very strict in, okay, they are pretty genuine. Okay, they want to earn money from you. So just, I remember one of the case where I was also not very, confident that this person can get a certificate of CSSP. So I simply pulled my hands back and said, okay, you get it enrolled with ISC2, because as I don't want to take a risk. And he got it. Certain ISC2 has endorsed his application, its application. So don't worry, ISC2 can also do a job for you if you don't get it. So recertification, you can do it every 3 years. 3 years doesn't mean that you have to, after 3 years, you have to pass the exam. I have been maintaining my CSSP since 2016. Okay, so 19, 22, and this is my third cycle going on. So it's not like that you have to maintain or you have to go for the exam. There are CPs that can be easily earned by your Udemy courses also. Then fees can be, well, fee is $145 these days. Okay, so that is about your from my side. Now I'm open for questions. Okay, you can ask the questions if any.
Hi, sir. Thank you so much for the wonderful session. We have a lot of questions. So I'm just going to put them on the screen. Okay, right. So Jinesh from YouTube is asking, what if one has no experience or non-engineering background, example CA? So I think he's asking whether or not this is the right option for him.
Look, Jinesh, I would say, look, cloud security professional. If you would have asked for CompTIA Security Plus or any other cert, okay, I won't say you can go for it. But before you go for a cloud, definitely you should have good experience, should have experience in IT and all. So otherwise, yes, you can still take the examination, but you will be an associate of ISC2, and you have 6 years to gather the experience on the basis of that certification. Okay, so that is what my answer to you. Yes. Okay, so Harish, experience level mentioned is with the cloud domain experience. Okay, cloud domain experience. Look, they have said that you should have 5 years of experience. Out of that, three should be in IT, three should be in IT, and one should be in your information security background, and one should be from the six domains mentioned there. So six domains are pretty wide in itself. Okay, it includes legals, it includes operations, lot many other things are there. So yes, I can meet me offline. I can help you with that. So it can be doable. Okay, do CSM fall under? No, I won't say you can go for CSM, but I always have a high regard for CSSP than CSM. Okay, CSM can fall under managed cert, but my preference is always CISSP. CISSP is a undisputed leader in that. CSM, yes, it's good. Okay, it has its own importance, but nothing can beat CSSP. Harish, nothing. That's life. I told you I also failed. How much for the CCSP training? Vinayak, just leave a message. Uh, okay, so you can. When is the next batch starting? Next batch starting is from next week. I think 12th of
13th
uh,
October, sir.
yeah, 13th of October, and timing is 9 to
8:30.
12:30.
Okay. Okay,
Nine
okay.
thirty, 9 to 12:30, and it will be like a 7 week course, 50 hours. Okay, Stephen Anthony, I think you have attended. Okay, so how CSS benefit nowadays? Made cloud is not only about, because these days organizations, just like I tell you about my experience. Okay, so I'm an auditor. Okay, in my organization, means I'm not doing much things related to cloud, but except for some assurance. But when I come across the third party audit, I may come across a lot of cloud related implementation and all, and this knowledge of mine helped me in a cloud. So anyway, it's not only about you work in a cloud, in your operations also. Just like when I used to be in SOC, I used to support Zscaler, and Zscaler is a cloud. So this experience of mine used to help me over there also. Okay, so what about others? Look, Stephen, forget about the companies. I can't talk much about the companies. Okay, first, I believe only in one thing, mate, and I have been, and you have attended my class also, and there also I repetitively tell one thing. I believe in one thing: have your guns loaded before you get into a job, before you get into something for hunting. Okay, so if you are looking for a career into the cloud, even you don't have experience, even if you have a security experience, but I would say if you're looking for a cloud, so have you will learn something before a company will give you a chance. Think about a situation when you have not learned anything, where you have not learned anything, even not your cert, and then company asks you, this is an opportunity, and there's another person who don't have an experience, but he had learned the things. But he has learned the things, he has done his preparation, he has done the certification, so definitely he will be getting an opportunity. So when you prepare yourself, when someone is a fresher, okay, when someone is a fresher, okay, and when he get into a job industry, give him an opportunity. Every one of us has started. I've already answered that, mate. Look, Ashwin, from my side, CCSP, okay, AWS Security Associate is very technical in the sense it talks about, okay, AWS is very technical. CCSP is a mix and match of all because if it has a lot of domains, so it is more of a managerial certification. It talks about security, but it doesn't talks about at a configuration level. So if I put AWS at a technical level, AWS is 100%, I would say, because it talks about services, and CCSP at a technical level, I would say 50% of it, because it do have a technical concept, but in compared to AWS, a rough one, I said it would be a 50% technical of it, because they do have a technical topics, but no configuration related things. That is what I said. Uh,
Hi, everyone. If there are any more questions, Ajit sir is open to answering each and every one of them. So please put them in the comment section before we wrap up the session. We'll wait another 10-15 seconds, sir.
yeah, no worries. I'm waiting.
Oh, yes, we got another one from Steven.
CCSK and CCSP, any major differences? As I told you, look, uh, if you look at, yes, it's a major. CCSP has a more weightage and more industry recognized, as CCSK is not invigilator based exam. Okay, so it's an open book exam. So it's just like, as I told you, if someone just want to wet their feet into the cloud, then they can start with CCSK. But I would say CCSK stands nowhere in value as far as the industry is concerned, because CCSP has a more invalidator weight exam. Okay, integrity of that exam is very high. No dumps, nothing is available. So yes, CCSP is like CCSK. It will just give you an initial footing into your cloud career. That's all I can say. Uh, just like if someone don't want to, or someone wants to just wet their feet and want to have some initial knowledge about CCSK means cloud, then they can start with CCSK. As I told you, it's a low hanging fruit, okay, at a cheaper rate. Just like lot my times people, they don't want to go for CSSP because it's tough, so they pick up CSM. So CSM is considered as a low hanging fruit, but for me, that low hanging fruit doesn't come cheap. But CCSK as a low is a low hanging fruit which comes cheap. It's just a $300. Two attempts are available, and when you talk about the syllabus is compared considerably good, but the way the exam is conducted, that's a why not industry doesn't give much value to it as compared to CCSP. But yes, it is a good certification to hold if you want to, but you should hold it as an extra. How would you chronologically order the exam for transition into cloud security? Okay, so I would say, okay, uh, CCSP. Okay, I because I don't want you to waste your money on CCSK, because that also is a low hanging fruit. But if you really want to at an initial level, suppose someone is a network security professional, so my suggestion CCSP, then AWS or AWS cloud practitioner or Azure admin one, then AWS solution architect associate. Start looking for a job and pick up security and networks from it. So that's my suggestion, the chronological order. So CCSP and AWS Solution Architect Associate, okay, and then pick up a security from Azure or AWS, whatever you feel like. But CCSP is must, Harish, in my order. And I've already posted, Harish, I posted in a proper chronological order. Uh, I have posted a post around a week ago, okay, where you can go and have a look at it, where I have mentioned specifically about the cloud, uh, or means how you can make the career. I would say, yep, Bharti, this is a good certification, because in my experience, my suggestion is, because when you directly go for AWS Solution Architect Associate, that will tell you about how to configure those things. But the logic behind those things, like how you should design, what's the main purpose of it. Like, for example, when you are making a machine, when you're hosting a service in a cloud, okay, when you're hosting a service in a cloud, there is an option of selecting a region, like in which region you want to host it. You can check as a professional, you know that why region is required. Okay, as a person, you know that when I need to host a service, I need to select a region. But why? What is the purpose of that region? What is the purpose of availability zone? What is data sovereignty? How that region can help you? This holistic knowledge CCSP can give you. Okay. Any further questions?
Wonderful answers, sir. I'm just like skimming through the chat section on LinkedIn to find any more questions. So I don't see any. Let's wait another 10 seconds. We might get a question or two, and then we can conclude the session.
Sure.
Till then, if anybody who's looking to join Mr. Ajit Pal Singh for the upcoming CCSP certification training, which is starting from the 13th, so please reach out to us. You can send us an email, send us a WhatsApp, or give us a call directly, and we'd be happy to get you set up and get you started. You wouldn't want to miss out on Mr. Ajit Pal Singh's pearls of wisdom, in fact. So he's one
Okay,
of those men.
so we
Yeah,
are
sir.
offering this at a very cheaper rate, okay? And that
Absolutely,
you
sir.
will be learning it from a person who has experience of 400 plus batches, IFC2 and ISACA trainer, and passionate about the training. I'm not an accidental trainer, a trainer by choice.
That's a great differentiator, sir. Nice. So yes, please do reach out. And Mr. Ajit Pal Singh is completely hands-on. So he'll be there with you like till the last moment while you're about to sit down for your exam and you need some motivation, you need some confidence booster or support. He's going to be there to, lift your spirits so that you go into the exam with the right headspace. So not just the technical parts, but also the emotional support part, which is very important.
Okay, I think we are good to wind up, Ghazal.
Right, sir. I don't see any more
Thank you.
questions. Bharti really
Okay.
appreciated your response and
Thank you. So I'm
very much
available on
looking
LinkedIn
forward
also.
to-
I'm
Yeah,
available on LinkedIn by the same name, Ajit Pal Singh Vadhavan. And I think I'm the only, you will not find any other person my name is not very common. So you will not find any security guy with this name. So you will not find me difficulty in finding me. So I post a lot of, just if you want, I have posted a very good post about a cloud security, how to go about it just 1 week ago. So you can easily find it. Attend the CCSP. No, Bharti, you will learn. If you have an IT and security experience, you can attend. I don't see, because when I started learning CCSP, I was having some knowledge about Zscaler and all, but when I started studying and looking for CCSP, I started learning. Although I take the exam first attempt in 2017, but I started learning in 2016, and it was not a showstopper. But yes, I would say, okay, you should be having an IT and security experience. That will be good enough for you. And you can contact us separately with your experience, and I can assist you with that. So you have a number available, or you can uh, fill out a form, or if you have any query, then you can send me your experience on LinkedIn or through Ghazal, this number which they have mentioned, or email. I can help you with that. Okay, mate. So thank you. So we have a batch starting from 13th. It's at a very competitive and cheap rate. You can come and join us. It's a 50-hour training, okay, where we will cover around 1600 to 1700 slides. Okay, unlike, okay, if you go for any, although I'm an IC2 official trainer, uh, if I also have official slides, so that is around 700, 800 slides. So just double the length of a slide, where don't assume anything. I cover each and every topic, because they assume that you know security, but I don't assume anything. I even cover security topics like IAM, cryptography, everything in detail in my training.
great, sir. Thank you so much for the wonderful session, sir, once again. And thank you,
Thank you.
everybody, for joining us. Yeah, sir. And
Thank you.
also, we also appreciate everybody who watches the session in the recorded format. So, always glad to have you all with us. And so, I believe we can wrap up the session now, sir. And
Thank
we'll
you.
see everyone in the next one. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you all for joining it.